I can't escape the terrible beating of the idiot's heart. Folks, hopefully I'll remember to explain it in the text description. Not that anyone reads those. Stop. But the fucking ticking noise that I was hearing, the beeping noise, it was the. I have a YouTube video. It's just a 60-minute stopwatch counting up, and it beeps. And I usually remember to mute the video, but we're listening to this in the background for the last 3 videos for the content. Oh, hey, we're crazy, crazy kooky kids. I'm Mysterious JG.
I'm Bobo the Vulture.
And this is Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I'm already having a paranoia attack about whether or not we're recording, so... We are recording, and hopefully we're going to be recording me successfully knocking out this mission. Bobo did the first 2 parts, which are usually the toughest, but then we both kind of ran into some stumble-bum fuckery trying to get Codewalker out of here. So hopefully we'll be able to get that shit on lockdown now. There are a lot of enemies to be dealt with here.
They are, yeah. Well, they just... Oh, I might have waited till they turned around again. You're going to have a hard time catching his buddy.
Well,
oh, there he is.
Sometimes you can just split them up. That's useful in and of itself. Or I might have screwed that up. It's not always about extracting them and getting them out of there. Sometimes it's just about throwing off their pattern to where you can escape. That's what I'm saying as an excuse for why I did that in a way that, now that you mention it, is pretty suboptimal. It's also starting to look like I didn't knock them out anyway. Or one out.
They sure do seem to be patrolling off to one side of this seeming, like, vehicle path a lot. Quit trying to break Codewalker's spine.
Well, now I'm like, what if I get out of here without using any of the ammo that I specifically got to drop for? Ah, well, there's that bonus objective. Damn it.
Alright, he's gonna have buddies go check on him. That guy's gonna get busy on checking you. He's got armor on.
Yeah, but... Touch.
Yeah, get out here.
Damn it. Not fast enough.
Those guys are all creepy sleepy now.
So,
Now, those guys don't notice any of these people.
Master Miller's gonna get all snarky about me leaving Code Talker, but if they circle
Those
back...
guys are...
You're not seriously leaving him there.
I'm hoping they're going the other way. They're not, though. Alright.
That's alright, you can get these guys pretty easily.
Oh,
He's not even got armor, so you can just get him wherever.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. They'll occasionally honk the horn and wake guys up.
Don't endanger the target like that. You have to bring him back here.
Okay, this isn't going well at all. But now I'm kind of obsessed with getting rid of the damn vehicle.
Use a sleep gas grenade.
You're not seriously
They almost
leaving him
always
there.
detect you trying to do that to them, though. It's kind of crazy.
I feel like they will notice this.
Yeah, but these 2 guys are heading away at exactly the right time.
Well, okay.
No, I mean, I did notice that they were walking away, and I was kind of like fingers crossed.
Coming too. Roger.
Honestly, whoever was inside the armored car really should have just really laid on the horn when he noticed he started to lift away.
I mean, he's only honking if he notices the guys nearby are asleep.
We should have a much better angle to look down at where they're sleeping. As the tail of the,
But no, at that point, he doesn't seem to realize he's floating away. He's more like, man, those guys are sleeping a lot. I can really see them now. But you know what? They must really be tired. Because I've woken them up several times.
Leave the rest to us.
I should have put Code Talker in that armored vehicle and then folded it.
it's true, it would have been a much safer trip.
He would have been protected from trash like
And 3-inch
nails.
bees.
That's a nice little stone bridge. That was, you know, it makes sense. You guard that with an armored car, but the
Stone bridge will keep Silent Stone Sentinel over,
is it time to call for that
Is it
heliocopter
time for the
aeroplane?
finishing move?
Please select a landing zone.
I think it might be time to call for the
Support helicopter
heliocopter
requested.
aeroplane.
Hopefully that armored car was their last line of defense, or if you're coming from this direction, their first line of defense.
Well, I figure D-Dog will give us a shout and let us know where they're at.
Oh, that does remind me, that NHL Hits game,
Got Fred Durst music in it.
it, as a matter of fact, has Rollin', Rollin',
Oh
Rollin'.
god, well let's not mention, why would we be talking about NHL hits? I don't understand why that would be. I don't know how soon you're planning on putting those out.
I haven't even
Or if
done
you're
any of
doing
it.
any
It's
of
just
them, or
something
you
I'm
do.
thinking about. It's just a game in my collection I was talking about today.
No, it isn't. What? No, it isn't. Shut up. The Mystery Science Theater treatment of Hamlet, the famous line, "That's Wormwood." Tom Servo goes, "No, it isn't. Shut up." Doing it there, Kotaka. So yeah, we split the video, and then a couple of minutes later, knocked the whole thing out. That's thought.
Well, I mean, it is
Red's been
7
spotted
minutes. I mean, it
within the
would have been like
Yeah.
more like 45, 50 minutes before.
So we did everything except, I remember, the other optional mission objective is extract the skulls, which you can't do on your first playthrough because you don't have the Fulton. So we actually did the best clear we could have done. Yeah, except for maybe not.
Mission
Dying
complete.
times 3 times.
Great work.
Oh man,
D-Dog
D-Dog loves
D-Dog
this
are
as much as
jiggity
quiet
charged.
now.
We got a B mostly because of the continues and
Maybe time.
in time probably, yeah, but probably yeah. But the octopus thing is using non-lethal weapons. So
Yeah.
Lethal Feline doesn't like this playthrough one bit.
Lethal
Except
Feline,
that he does a lot of non-lethal
He
playthroughs.
likes a lot of
He-
tactical
He
espionage.
should
action.
change
He
his
does kill-
username to sometimes use a Lethal Feline or Lethal Feline except on special playthroughs with different rules. And you the controller because it might be your turn to play here in a minute.
Boss, we found the bodies of the 2 missing Intel team members in Lufwa Valley.
Okay.
We knew we wouldn't get them back alive, but still, it's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame, King!
Sacrifice go to waste, boss.
I won't set
We
up.
need to stop the epidemic at Mother Base.
Oh, really?
That old man, Code Talker. He's the only hope we've got.
Why don't you bring him back here? That's an idea. So we got Risk,
Security.
Inc.
Inc.
all emblem parts. So we could become Dairy Queen.
Captured it alive.
Well, actually we can't, because you can use a D and a Q, or you can use one letter and a word, or you can use 2 words. Goblin Python. That's right, brother. 24-inch Goblin Pythons, dude. Golden Hyena, brother. See the Gecko, brother. Portuguese. So we got pretty good.
No.
It's not gonna matter soon. Matter of fact, the guys who are still in quarantine and alive might be able to get back, although I don't know.
No.
These are 2 Spanish words that can mean, oh, come on, let's get going on
Wow.
the lane.
Bastard Viper, Roaring Octopus, and Vampire Tiger are just pretty awful for this stage of the game. You don't typically find guys who don't have at least a B skill somewhere.
Yeah, but you know, we kind of need some bodies that are still alive to make up for all the bodies that aren't back in the Mother Base. I'm sure they'll get fired in the fullness of time. Or captured as we're forced to go into multiplayer.
Tell me how to fight it.
Put it up.
I hid the answer in a microbe this one carries.
I don't know why they give you camera
Turns
control
the
here,
male
actually.
parasites into females,
Oh, sounds pretty hot.
preventing reproduction.
The male parasites had always felt like females, but they were
Parasite
trapped in a male
infecting
body.
another.
Hey, what'd you do with all my
However,
posters and pictures?
Doesn't affect only the parasite.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Maybe we're in a different
Alters
helicopter.
the host as well. Your infection
Becomes
will be
A
contained,
Bioforce ape.
but you and your men
Would become
will
women.
also be rendered infertile. That is the price
I thought
you
Big...
must pay.
Oh, no, Big
to
Boss
retain
wasn't...
your
No, Big
speech.
Boss was already infertile because of atomic tests. The Snake Brothers are infertile because they were genetically programmed that way.
We had back there.
Freak show.
They the
freak
work
show.
of your children too?
What freak shows? Oh, the... What do you
Different
know who I
strains
fought on my
of
way
the
in, right?
vocal cord parasite, known as the one that covers. It acts as the host's skin, providing strength in exchange for nourishment. But I did not know those men were infected.
They were women, actually, I'm pretty sure, that we were fighting at
They were
these...
forced to serve
If
him,
you're talking about the skull unit.
then steal my research.
Are you Werner Herzog?
Is there anything you can
Have
do
you
about those
seen
liver
one of
spots
their
since you've got like
vehicles?
crazy...
You'll see.
Captured a convoy they were escorting. Cargo's some kind of mineral.
What
possibly
became of it?
vegetable or animal?
The metallic archaea.
Want to speak some English, old man, or...
You want to take a look at my rifle, man?
Oh no, somebody cut one. Hey, D-Dog's actually with us. That's pretty cool. To be continued.
I got to have it.
Capturing animals. It's a very important thing to be worried about right now. So yeah, we have a mission which is like immediate, but apparently we can put it off.
Parasites that have infected Mother Base.
Oh,
They're
the
ethnic
pictures are back.
cleansers designed to silence those who don't fit into Skullface's worldview. We can't allow him to have such power.
We must have
Pull
it
the
for
mission
ourselves.
details and get going ASAP.
So basically, they do this to give you a chance to re-equip for the mission that you're about to face. Although really, I don't think you can go on other missions, because if you can, it doesn't make sense. The idea is that we're on the helicopter, and it looks like we're about to be attacked.
I'm sorry, we will attack. No, I won't focus when I'm over there. Alright, do I
Okay.
need to do any staff management to get these guys, or...
I mean, you can. I wouldn't. The whole plot line of the disease, as, you know, I don't think it's a big... Well, okay. The whole plot line about the disease is going to resolve itself shortly. That's all I'm going to say. So if you want to auto-assign guys, like, do we want to go through, pull out all the Congo speakers? I don't know. Depends really on whether or not we can knock out this other.
Oh, this is just a combat unit. Well, no wonder.
Kill a dingo. So
Oh,
all
these
those-
guys immediately got put in.
Those guys are in jail. First they got put in jail, then you're gonna... They fell on his ass. That guy speaks Congo. He's a Congo breaker. That guy's a Congo breaker. There's a Congo breaker. Congo breaker.
Yes.
Running Lion only speaks English. Good for him, I guess.
Because these guys
apparently he's the only one who's gonna live.
These guys are apparently still in the brig from a prior mission.
But they're healthy.
At least you have your health, guys.
So if we get like a couple of guys in a row who are not in quarantine or jail, and none of them speak Congo, which is what I'm seeing so far, those guys are in quarantine.
Alright, let's change the Panther Buffalo.
Wait, Sonny Mongoose. Sonny Mongoose does not know how to cook eggs.
Oh, and that's Diorama. I feel like he was...
We've been on
You
our
remember
list for a while,
Diorama?
yes. Diorama.
Select
Alright,
unit.
so let's send those guys to the quarantine.
Staff has been quarantined.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Yeah, weren't you listening to Navajo, man?
Yeah. No go, Navajo. Anyway, that being said, back out of this and just
Oh, there's the backup.
go do the rest. Staff dead of epidemic. Base development unit leveled up. Well, that's great.
Please select a mission.
Metallic Archaea. Fight off the Skull's assault and then return to basic code walker. An unusual mist is blanketed the area. The Skulls must be eliminated before it will clear.
Oh boy.
Yep. I'll listen to the briefing tape.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, no, we'll never know what's going on. We'll never know what's going on as the Skull unit attacks us. And we're like, are we supposed to be making friends with you guys? I don't know. Nobody told me what to do here.
Please select a mission.
Boss, you okay? There's an unusual mist in front of your chopper. It could be the same one as before. Cypher is trying to eliminate Code Talker, but we can't save the infected without him. Boss, whatever you do, bring Code Talker back alive.
There you go. I'm gonna suggest you ditch the sniper tranquilizer gun and find what causes the most damage of all the weapons that you can use in that slot. I believe we have to choose between missile launcher and sniper rifle. I would go with missile launcher right now. It's possible to tranquilize these guys. It's a huge pain in the ass. I'll explain later. It's the kind of thing, if we want to, we can go back and try to redo it non-lethal, but
should I also exchange the
I wouldn't use the Woo pistol. Well, probably the...
I mean, should I exchange this grenade launcher for the RPG launcher?
Grenade launcher for the RPG launcher?
Yeah.
Grenade launcher shares a slot with machine gun and shotgun. You
Oh,
wanted
right,
to
you can't-
replace it with
yeah,
a
yeah,
machine gun because you thought machine gun fire would be more effective than grenades. That might be the case. For support, secondary weapons, I don't even know. We're going to be pretty much... I think if we get to the point where we're using a lethal pistol against them, we're already fucked, but probably
Yeah.
you're going to get more use out of a lethal pistol, but it might not be worth the time to switch, because, yeah, you're already kind of in a bad place.
Let's wait until 6 in the morning to
deal with this mist.
Hover in front of this cloud for a few hours.
Deploying.
I was thinking it through, like, maybe we could equip combat armor instead of sneaking suit, but, you know, whatever.
Also, would quiet be more useful? I could tell her to shoot grenades that I throw out of the helicopter.
Quiet armed with
Deadly
a lethal
butterfly.
weapon would be more useful here than D-Dog, probably. But,
More
well, you'll
effective
see.
than
You might
Steve
knock this out
Blackman.
the first try with no trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You might not. We'll see. Oh, there's a beeping sound. Tell JG to cut off the sound on his laptop. It's the shield. They're coming through the audience. It's the disciples of death. Somehow they've rusted your helicopter with their mist. Oh man, Pequod! What? Although for the rest of the game, I believe he'll still identify himself as Pequod.
May just be a call, man.
You do not want to be Big Boss's helicopter pilot. Now, Solid Snake's helicopter pilot in the game that isn't part of the canon? Sure.
Oh yeah,
Dear
that guy,
Jennifer.
Helicopter Pilot Jennifer, yeah.
Can you feel me near you?
Are you okay?
Bon Taku.
Yeah, when is Ocelot actually going to show up and help us?
Doctor. Huey. I don't know that Huey is a nickname in this case. Wait, the Contract Forces of Africa are out here too?
You'll see.
Old Dine.
Old Dine's back. The summer wind came blowing in. Apparently Code
That's
Talker's alive, but
Old Blue Eyes.
Well, good thing he's strapped in, I guess.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta get rust proofing on my helicopters.
It looks like you're surrounded by mist.
They're in
The
gorillas.
support chopper
We're
can't
in
get
it.
close to your position right now.
What are you talking about? I'm sitting in the support chopper.
Okay, a working support chopper can't get into your position right now. One with a living pilot.
Oh, you sailing? Tell me the morphos in this one?
Hurry.
Too
They are
soon.
coming.
Yes. I haven't gotten over what happened to Morpho yet. Remember a helicopter pilot when I was overseas whose helmet had written on the back of it, basically sit down and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Your ballast. Yeah. I found out later though he didn't make it, so it was kind of, because I had this memory of him just having this like really rude but kind of hilarious slogan. Anyway, so here's, you remember these guys, right?
This guy's a really big guy. This is like Ryback, the member of the Skull Squad.
But he had the guys that popped out of the back of that truck, and I just kind of avoided them. You don't get to avoid them this time. So that's the contract soldiers of Africa on this mission. They're all freaking out and like gibbering like Cowboy Bob Orton in Randy Orton's Hallucination.
Yeah.
And being directed along with these guys to attack you.
I see. So they absorb metal from around them.
You know, you actually pieced that together better than I did. I always figured they just
Their quarry.
switched rock on and off, but no. You're right, they're supposed to be absorbing metal and using it to build plating.
Listen, that mist is their work. We won't be able to send in another chopper for now. Ross, you need to eliminate the code talker.
They will track you and not Code Talker. That's the first thing you need to know. Because I kind of assumed the first time I did it that you had to defend him. You really don't. And as a matter of fact, your best move is usually to run. There's no real need to fight those guys because they don't really follow you. They just kind of wander around like zombies. But the main 4 boss character guys will follow you around. At least they'll try to track you, and you can use stealth to make it difficult. In order to tranquilize them, like if we were trying to do this non-lethal, you have to, see they've got two stamina meters?
Yeah.
One of them is white on top, blue on the bottom, except for that guy that you hit with a missile where his is red. Hit a guy with a missile, it turns red because he knocked off his rocks. And after a while, he'll put new rocks back on.
Damn you.
So you basically have an opening. To tranquilize them, you have to knock all their rocks off and then start hitting them with frank shots. It takes forever. And you don't get to extract them anyway because you don't have the special skull extracting thing. So killing them lethal is the way to go. They use weird ass techniques where they make the ground to come up above.
Alright. I really hurt myself in that instance.
I do like the boss music around here though.
No, how about running instead of doing
The good news is, knowing this fight was coming, I did a better job of prepping us with a good rocket launcher than I did in my own off-screening, where I was kind of trying to do this with grenade launcher. And the Karam, the cheapest missile launcher in the game.
Alright, let's invade. draw their attention again.
Yeah,
So
it's worth a shot.
Snake!
I was hoping to recover a little bit, but I guess. Yeah. Well, it's not terrible. Like, it's not terrible.
You seem to be doing pretty good. I think this rocket launcher is better than the one I was using to do it initially.
Oh, there's materials over here.
Yeah, I'm not that worried about the materials. Although, I don't think they'll stop us extracting. And that guy did a pretty shitty job of attacking me there. This is really just the worst thing to be focusing on right now, but I'm kind of like, oh, damn it.
Can't get away from them. And then,
If you can lose them.
now, unequip your, oh.
Oh, I lost. Okay. This works pretty good on them, but they're not really any.
Oh, there are tanks over there, too.
I don't think those. Well, maybe.
And maybe they're rusted out because they're using their powers.
Yeah, I don't think you can actually equip or use the tanks. Well, that's why I need to get those materials, because it would open up a.
There, well, never mind, he's leaving around. Yeah, he's just on the other side of that container, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you've got it pointed this way now.
Yeah, I'll just remember it's here for later.
Yeah.
There's a less powerful machine gun over there too.
We got rid of that one and then... then ran back around.
Problem is, they will destroy the thing that you're operating, so it's kind of good to use it. You want to try to catch them off guard to get in a few rounds.
And it's defaulted back to its original position. Land. It'll be here any moment.
Oh, you guys are pissing me off. I guess I gotta get them to be chasing me from over here.
I mean, you could hit them from over there, I guess. Oh, you're gonna go gather your rosebuds while you may?
Yeah, it's the perfect time to gather. Did you tell us Pripia?
Oh, you're happy that the Pripia are in bloom.
Yes. That was my main thing I was worried about. Come on, you sons of bitches. Okay, not really getting any cooperation. Thing is, they if you get a certain distance away, they'll sort of start teleporting towards you.
Yeah.
Without actually gaining
Knowing
knowledge of where you are.
Yeah.
So it's kind of. Someone had seemed to have broken them up into at least 2 groups, or 3 groups. At least they're not all together.
You are using
I am using the Woo pistol. That is not the weapon for this situation.
another one.
Yeah, they figured out where I'm at. They're all kind of clustering together now.
Is that what you want, or no?
I'm just throwing all sorts of crazy shit over here.
You are unloaded right now.
Not the button. Press to fix that.
Circle.
So I want to be careful about giving them too much time to recover.
BB-8 on vocals.
Oh, fuck that. Good news is that if you take their red meter down and it is replaced with black, when their rocks grow back, it only grows back to where the black ends. It won't, like, totally rejuvenate. But yeah, there's a, like, you can't just skate around all day. Damn it. Crazy ass, like, shit comes out of the robot. Fuck me. Well, anyway. Let Bobo take another crack at it here, but yeah, that was they shoot this, they do this thing where they kind of wave their arms around and you'll see like weird orange stuff floating around. That means that
they're gathering more
metal energy to shoot out of the ground at you and
yeah.
shit. So when we come back, Bobo will take a crack now that he knows top secret tips of trying to use air defense weapons against them. But unless you kind of lead them in from right opposite that thing, it's tough to make it work. But it does a lot of damage. Anyway, we'll try again next time, folks. I'm Sir CG.
I'm Bobo the Vulture.
Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you then.
Bye.